Welcome back, one and all, to the Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. I am the TheDarkSeraph, and last time we had tracked down a couple of monsters and killed them. I looked up where Niall is. Yeah, he is just over in the bar. He's just a little hard to spot because he's sitting in a corner. Yep, there he is. He kind of blends in there. But now that I know what to look for, there he is. Wow, you can even see that he has a cigarette in his mouth. Oh, god damn it. This ain't a joke, you know. Well, we found him. Drunk off his ass. Was having his article rejected really that much of a shock to him? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs, after all. Though he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed by, not consumed. Not a drink to be consumed. Wait. Consumed. Not a drink to be consumed by. Oh, you're one to talk. Don't they call you Bottomless Shara? Oh, please. Bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Ania. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor. No matter how much I drink, my face and disposition remain unrendered. So don't you dare group a fun-loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come on. When you get drunk, you lose it completely and everyone around you gets a heck of a show. It's certainly true. Ania is like a bucket to Shara's sieve. No matter how much you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Oh. Where am I? Oh good, you're awake. Sort of. Drinking so much is not good for your health, you know. I'll drink to that! Chug, chug, chug. This doesn't actually have any alcohol in it. My camera's not even on. Why am I acting like I have a face cam on? Oh, my head. What? Hey, you're that brazier trainee, aren't you? Oh my goddess, what the hell am I doing in Rollins? I thought I'd made my way to Bose. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? You are in Bose, so are we. Well, damn, don't scare me like that. Oh, and I see you've got a lovely lass with you. My name's Sherazad Harvey. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Sherazad. Wait, are you that infamous Silver Streak by chance? Oh, you humble me, sir. I take it you've heard of me then? Only rumors, I'm afraid. But yeah, I know the name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken. Which means you three are investigating the incident as well. So you do have some brains left in all there after all that booze. I'm impressed. You find anything? We saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, you saw that? Yeah, I was looking for clues and couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned Army's regulations on the spread of information's really restrict what I'm able to learn. Fuck the state. And if I try to consult General Morgan at the Hacking Gate directly, I'd be held up for inspection for who knows how long. So I figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendary voluptuous mayor, but a maid turned me down outright. And on top of it all, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Oh, great idios, tell me, what did I do to deserve this shabby life? Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest. But if you want information that badly, we might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on Mayor Maybell's behalf. So naturally, we've met with the mayor and General Morgan, for that matter. Holy crap, are you serious? Yep, totally. Hush, bird, hush. Quit your bickering.
If you want me to open the cage, I'll do that in a little bit. Let you flutter and fly about the room. So long as you promise not to be a jackass. Why are birds jackasses?
Score! And the goddess gets a point. Blessed be the bounty of Adios. Please, I beg you, tell me everything, every last detail.
We'll be glad to. However, aren't you forgetting something, Niall?
Huh?
Information ain't free, you know. We'll scratch your back, but we need you to scratch ours first. And get that look off your face. I totally do not mean that literally. This game's sense of humor, man.
You want money or something? My research funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say.
We're not interested in your money. Speak for yourself, Joshua. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Bose right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard some interesting things yourself. That being the case.
Ugh. And here I thought you were a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured, it's not big news or any stretch of the imagination.
As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight. Got it?
Fine, fine. I'll tell you everything on my honor as a newsman.
You work for the media, you have no honor.
I've got 2 clues to share. So if you're taking notes, I suggest you get your pen and paper.
Ready whenever you are. I like that smug look Joshua has. Well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we know he'll have some bright futures in racketeering.
First clue is in the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Ravenue to the west. I talked to the villager who'd just come to Bose for a visit, and she told me about something interesting. Apparently, she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident.
A huge shadow?
Yep, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing.
Aw, you meanie. You raised our hopes only to dash them straight away. Good show! I immediately thought of the Futurama line. You lift up my efforts, you lift up my hopes, and then crush them. Golly, good show! Yes, you're saying somebody saw something, but it was probably unrelated.
That's what I'm saying. I warned you it wasn't big news. And I went to a lot of trouble to get this sad morsel too. With that information embargo in place and all.
Well done. Now let's hear that second clue.
Fine. The other thing I learned is the military's intelligence division is on the move.
Intelligence division? Heard rumors about them. It's a new royally sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence gathering and disinformation. Dismission. Excuse me.
That's the one. Supposedly they're so elite you can stand toe-to-toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge is Colonel Richard, and he's apparently the whiz kid. With him on the case, they say they'll have this case as good as solved.
Doesn't seem like your information will be much use to us in our investigation.
Well, I can't say I didn't warn you. Sorry I couldn't help you on your end. But a promise is a promise. I scratched. Now it's your turn.
Of course, a deal is a deal after all.
The Capulus, Sky Bandits, a ransom demand to the Royal House and the airship corporations. Good God, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find.
Got your fancy, did it?
Absolutely. I can definitely write my article now.
God damn, that's hell on my throat.
Don't even know why I'm doing this voice. I guess I could always do a country bumpkin voice, kind of like this. All you gotta do is hold your tongue back to the back of your mouth and just sort of stop talking. My name is Cletus.
I got my brother Daryl sleeping on the couch on account he done walked in on his wife sleeping with a black man. He got downright mighty upset. Started off saying all manner of nasty things. Got to the point it was so bad that one of them weird folks went around wearing bed sheets had to come in and tell him to calm down. You know the folks I'm talking about, running around wearing bed sheets, burning letter T in your yard. The fuck you burning letter T for, boy? Slumber's getting expensive. You flexing on me? Why's it gotta be the letter T anyway? How about you burn a difficult letter like the letter Q? You know, that's the letter O with a pecker on it. I kind of want to read shitty articles in a redneck voice. I think that'd be fun. I can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I had to find Dorothy post haste. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Hot diggity damn, I got me another cow. Well, his spirit certainly lifted. Well, he was chasing a big story pretty unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. I'm glad we could help him out. Well, look at you. From Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take. Nothing more. A bad boy exterior with a good boy inside? Or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls will love it. But anyway, I guess we've only really dealt with the scrupulous people thus far. We're pretty lucky in that regard. Start dealing with weirdos, and that's when you really need to bust out some questionable negotiation techniques. Why are you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that aside, was anyone else a little bothered when Niall talked about that huge flying shadow? The eyewitness report? I'd say there's a strong chance there's nothing to it, but if the army already checked it out... Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army is totally infallible. They could have missed something. If it wasn't General Morgan himself, after all, but one of his men, and some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. True. Probably worth looking into. Can't hurt at any rate. You two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think it's a splendid idea. Let's head back to Revenue. Got it. Okay, that was Revenue to the west. Today, as of May the 6th, god damn it, I'll talk over this. I was able to get the Resident Evil Raccoon City Edition. It's Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Remake. It was on sale for $15. I was also able to get Trails from Zero the other day on the Nintendo Switch eShop. A couple more weeks I'll be able to get Trails to Azure, and there's more I'll be able to cover. I love this series, people. And I really could have been talking about this while killing these things. I'm just now realizing I'm a goddamn idiot. Bonk. Wow, you get to go twice in a row. Fuck you.
Seems you came up short.
Is it bad I want her to use that whip on me? This series has no shortage of beautiful women.
Done already?
I want her to say demeaning... I want her to tie me to a bed, whip me, and say demeaning things. I'm not apologizing. Huh? Oh, this guy. I know who this is. Oh. Sherazade, is that you? Well, it's an unlikely place to run into the Silver Streak herself. Right back at you. I thought you were in the Royal City, but you were here to look into the airliner incident? No, I'm here on a chump's errand. But speaking of the incident, I hear it was the work of bandits. Still, if you're on the job then I guess I don't have to worry about it myself. Good luck. Is that all you've got to say? I'm sure you've heard about Cassius might have been taken hostage. Cassius Bright, taken hostage? Don't make me laugh. That old man's got nothing to get beaten by the likes of some sky bandits. What am I? Old man's not going to get beaten by the like of sky bandits. What the fuck? Anybody saying that is severely mistaken. I'd like to believe it too, but who is this guy? I don't know. He seems to fit the mold for a bracer. By the way, who are the brats you've got tagging along with you? They look like a bunch of newbies to me. Well then, I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that these brats are Cassius's kids. Yeah, that's a surprise, all right. So these are the old man's kids. Hard to believe. Why are you looking at me like that? This boy with the black hair is one thing, but that girl looks like an amateur. Are you sure she's really Cassius's daughter? You want to try saying that again with my staff in your teeth? She's the bona fide daughter of Cassius Bright, and I have to warn you, her bite is as good as her bark. Her bite is as good as her bark. And I'm just his adopted son. Is that a fact? Well, doesn't really matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Take it easy, Scheherazade. And be careful not to let these brats drag you down. Yeah. And make sure not to rush into any trouble yourself. I'll keep those words in mind. Oh, right, Shara. Was it you who took care of that monster near the mine? Well, actually, it wasn't just me. It was all three of us. Ha! I don't think any number of trainees would have been a match for it. I don't think any number of trainees would have made much difference. Anyway, good luck in your search for those bandits. Later. That is Agate, the heavy blade. What's with that guy? He really pisses me off. See, Joshua knows of him. I see. So that was the heavy blade Agate. Heavy blade Agate? What a stupid name. Agate Krosner, senior bracer in the guild. He works in all regions and isn't affiliated with any specific branch. His massive blade is said to be capable of slicing a monster in two. I'll tell you right now, he's one tough bastard. Whatever, I don't care how tough he thinks he is. He's still just a rude jerk. Come to think of it, how does he know Dad anyway? He seems to think highly of him. Even so, he didn't seem to like him much though. There are a number of things in his past I can't go into. And those things are the reason he feels that way about your father. Well, I couldn't care less about someone rude like that. Anyway, to the village. Yeah, that's Agate the Heavy Blade. Surprisingly, a fairly important character. Oh, you son of a fucking whore. You son of a Protestant whore!
Alright, we rule!
How did that count as a surprise attack? I walked into it. That's weird. Will you stop doing that? I am going to rape you with a bow staff. I'm going to actually rape you with a bow staff. Or burn it alive. That works too. Estelle just leveled up. That's cool. Let's see what we can find out about the sighting. What do you suggest? People would be suspicious of us if we did all that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the elder first. Emil's General Goods Store. And you must be Emil. Yes, Emil. Yes, I know how to say Emil, not Emily or Mile. It's Emil. This village is close to the border and was one of the first places to be occupied during the war. There were so many victims back then, and the deep wounds in the people's hearts have still yet to heal. Yeah, war is hell. The Empire was not without their reasons to go to war. It's actually related to what happened to Joshua. And why he was taken by Cassius to begin with. Well, not taken isn't the right word. Taken in by him. I see you are all together. What brings you all up here today? Are you here for a visit? Not exactly. We're here on business. Although, if it's possible, I'd really like a glass of your wine. Oh, things never do. Things in the world never go like you'd expect, do they? By the way, not got a chance to ask you until now. But you don't happen to be Agate's companions, do you? Well, we're members of the guild, but we're not companions exactly. We know him by face, and that's probably about it. I see. Traveling by himself as usual. Village Elder closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to the village? Don't tell me another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind. I see. The Royal Army came here and investigated the other day. Their search around the area only ended up empty-handed. Is that so? But what about the person who saw the silhouette? It was one of the children in the village here, a boy named Louis. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid any way you think about it. He may have just imagined the whole thing while he was still half asleep. Or could have just been an airliner passing over. Imagined it, huh? I guess the best thing we can do is ask him directly. You're probably right. Thank you for your time, sir. A boy named Louis. It's locked. Gary! Lore. Pesca. Well, that looks like a boy. Haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no, we're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. Bracers? You mean like agates? I don't know, you don't look like the strong to me, especially because you're a girl. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? But after seeing my great skill with a staff, do you still think you can call me weak? Wow, that's amazing. It's like a tornado. Like, okay, so she knows how to deal with kids. Okay, I like the animations. I like the sprite work. I hope you've learned that I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration with my staff? Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday that you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louis? Yeah. How do you know my name? We heard from the elder. He said you saw a sort of flying shadow. Do you think you could tell us a bit more about what you saw? Sure, if you want. But the soldiers from the Royal Army already searched the place and didn't find anything. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can. Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night. So I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at them. And the other night, when I was out here looking up at the stars, I saw two shadows moving across the sky. Hold on a minute. Two shadows? That's right. And they were different sizes too. Kind of like a mom leading a kid. Two shadows, two sizes. That's consistent with an airliner and a Sky Bandit airship if you think about it. Yeah, the aircraft we ran across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner. And the two shadows just kept on flying north. Until I couldn't see them anymore. North is. That trail continues behind the village. And it leads to an old abandoned septium mine. The soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail but didn't come up with anything. That's why they said I must have just been dreaming. And then they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. Oh, poor kid. Oh, enough of that. You're a boy, right? Boys don't cry. We're not like those soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either, and we're going to prove it. Really? Damn straight. You just leave it to us. No more crying, okay? Okay. You're a nice person. As usual, she's got a knack with the kids. Maybe it's a virtue. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. Looks like we got stuff to do. Right. Let's hurry and get to that trail behind the village and see what we can find. That was kind of a nice moment. Like, that's just kind of cute. Toward the abandoned mine. Okay, before I go to the mine, I want to look all the way up to the north on the far end.
Seems you came up short.
And Joshua just hit level 13. Joshua learned Flicker. I'll have to try that out next chance I get. They're probably inside the mine. We're gonna try the new one out. Flicker. Oh! Streak. That's kind of cool. Bonk.
Yeah! Seems you came up short.
It's likely when I get to the mine, it's going to be... the opening's going to be blown and cleared away, and I'm able to go inside and deal with this. Reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's still that it's all deserted. Seems like the place was abandoned a while ago. The padlock and chain are rusted, and it doesn't appear the gate was opened recently. Which means there's no possibility that the Sky Bandits entered through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated. You're probably not going to find any clues searching around in an old mine. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me. But does it feel like the air is flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I've never managed to actually understand how that works. Like, when you wet your finger and feel for an air current, doesn't actually seem to make a difference to me. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing. Just like I thought. Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp. I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. But forget about that. Aren't you more interested about what's inside? There's a certain possibility that it connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out. Let's bust this lock off. Don't even think about doing that. For now, we'd better go back to the village and talk with the elder. He might have a key. You're no fun. Well, let's actually do that really quick. Is he not here? Oh, he's at the gravesite. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and step inside the tavern, this inn, and have a quick heal. He's visiting a graves up at the hill. So this is where you are. Ah, it's the young bracers. Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village. It was erected to mourn all of the souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Beauce region is nearest to the Empire, it was in the thick of the fray. And this village lost a number of good people to hostilities. Terrible. There's no need for you to get so somber too, though. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of the daily routines. But I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something that could help you with. There was something we wanted to talk to you about, but before that, would you mind if we paid our respects? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd like to at least offer a prayer. I see. No, of course I don't mind. I'm sure all of those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. You say there might be some clues in that mine. I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louis' story, it got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out just in case, so would you mind lending us the key? The key for that padlock? Give me a minute. Here. It'd be funny if he said, yeah, I don't actually know where it is, so you're gonna have to break the lock. Here it is. This should get you inside. Key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it, because we're indebted to the Bracer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were as cooperative as you, it would make our lives easier. We'll be sure to let you know if we find anything. I would appreciate it. Well, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, as we investigate the old mine. But until then, I am the Dark Seraph, signing off.